quantum manifestation of wealth. Stop chasing and start manifesting through the field of vibration. There comes a moment in every seeker's life when they realize something profound. That all the effort, all the chasing, all the desperate motion toward more has been taking them in circles. The money, the opportunities, the love, the recognition. They were never outside of them. They were frequencies waiting to be matched. They were vibrations waiting to be tuned. They were the inevitable echo of an inner state that had not yet stabilized into harmony. That is the essence of the quantum manifestation of wealth. You were not meant to chase. You were meant to align. You were not meant to beg the universe for abundance. You were meant to become the vibration of abundance itself. Every spiritual teacher who ever reached a state of flow understood this. Earl Nightingale called it the strangest secret, that we become what we think about. Bob Proctor refined it even further, that we attract what we are in vibration with. Both were pointing to the same law, hidden in plain sight. The field of vibration is the real economy of the universe. Money, after all, is not paper, metal, or numbers. It is energy, condensed thought. It is consciousness translated into form, and that consciousness obeys laws far more exact than the laws of finance. You can spend years studying markets, currencies, and strategies, but if your vibration contradicts your intention, no effort will compensate for that discord. The outer world simply mirrors your inner broadcast. When you are chasing wealth, you are broadcasting lack. When you are desperate to receive, you are transmitting "I don't have." And the universe, impartial, precise, mathematical, simply reflects that back. That is why so many people struggle even as they work harder, think smarter, and push further. They are working against the current of the field instead of harmonizing with it. Imagine the field as an ocean. Infinite, intelligent, alive. Every thought you think sends out ripples. Every emotion adds a tone to those ripples, giving them frequency and form. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned, when gratitude matches intention, when faith matches desire, the ripples become a coherent wave. That coherent wave is manifestation. That wave carries your request into the quantum field, and through a process beyond linear reasoning, reality reorganizes itself around your new frequency. It is not magic. It is resonance. A tuning fork placed next to another of the same pitch will begin to vibrate without being touched. That is resonance. Energy responds to energy. Thoughts are not static. They are living vibrations. Every mental image, every word you repeat to yourself, every feeling you allow to dominate your day, all of it broadcasts into the field. That field, in turn, mirrors it back into matter, circumstance, and opportunity. When Earl Nightingale spoke about the strangest secret, he was not revealing something poetic. He was describing a mechanism. You become what you think about because thought determines vibration, and vibration determines manifestation. The mind is the transmitter, the field is the receiver, reality is the feedback. To change what you experience, you must change what you radiate. But here is the paradox that stops so many. They try to change their vibration while still believing in lack. They repeat affirmations of abundance while feeling fear. They visualize wealth while broadcasting doubt. The signal is split. The field, ever faithful, returns a mixed result. Life seems unpredictable, sometimes success, sometimes setback, not realizing that it is merely echoing the duality within the sender. So, what does it mean to truly manifest through the field of vibration? It means you must stop chasing and start being. You must stop forcing and start allowing. You must shift from trying to get to knowing you already are. This shift is not intellectual. It is energetic. It is the difference between a beggar and a creator, between tension and flow. You cannot attract wealth while vibrating at the frequency of need. You must become calm, certain, receptive. The emotional state of someone who already possesses, because in truth you do. The wealth exists now, in the quantum field. Every version of your life, the poor one, the prosperous one, the extraordinary one, already exists as a frequency pattern. Which one you experience depends only on which one you tune into. You tune not through action first, but through state. This is where the rational brilliance of Earl Nightingale and the spiritual insight of Bob Proctor meet perfectly. Nightingale taught that thought is the starting point of creation. Proctor showed that feeling gives thought its magnetic charge. Together, they formed the complete equation. Thought plus emotion, vibration, manifestation. When you understand this, the race ends. The pursuit dissolves. You no longer need to chase the next job, the next client, the next idea, because the energy of abundance begins to pull them toward you. You become the center of gravity in your own universe. That is the meaning of effortless manifestation. Not the absence of action, but the alignment of energy before action. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine what it feels like to be financially free. Not just think, feel. Imagine waking up knowing every bill is paid, every desire is within reach, every opportunity flows to you at the right time. Feel that stability, that gratitude, that ease. That emotion is not fantasy. It is frequency. It exists now, waiting for you to stabilize in it long enough for matter to follow. You do not need to believe in miracles. You are one. The body you inhabit, the consciousness that animates you, the energy that thinks and feels, it is all quantum. The same intelligence that keeps galaxies in motion beats your heart right now. Do you think it struggles to attract a few numbers in a bank account? Of course not. The only struggle exists in your separation, in your belief that you are apart from the field. You are not apart. You are the field, expressing itself as you. And the field responds not to words, but to vibration. That is why Nightingale said, "Our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations." The mirror is the quantum field itself. It reflects whatever you hold most consistently in consciousness. If your inner world is chaos, your outer world will mirror chaos. If your inner world is calm abundance, your outer world will mirror prosperity. The reflection never lies. Bob Proctor would add, "You must understand the law of vibration before you can ever master the law of attraction. Because attraction is only the effect, vibration is the cause. To change the effect, you must address the cause. You must become aware of the frequency you are emitting every moment. Is it gratitude or resentment? Confidence or doubt? Love or fear? Money responds to frequency the way a compass responds to magnetism. It cannot help but move toward coherence. When you shift your inner frequency to gratitude and certainty, you collapse the distance between desire and experience. What used to take years of struggle begins to unfold in days. What used to feel impossible starts to feel inevitable. That is the 24-hour shift so many people describe when they finally stop chasing and start aligning. It's not that the universe suddenly changes. It's that you finally tune into the reality that was always waiting for you. Understand this. Manifestation is not about creating something new. It's about selecting from the infinite versions of reality that already exist. The quantum field contains every possibility. Infinite wealth, infinite health, infinite joy. You are constantly choosing through vibration which one you will experience next. Most people make that choice unconsciously through fear, worry, and scarcity. But once you awaken to this mechanism, you reclaim your creative authority. That is what it means to manifest through the field, not through struggle, not through force, but through frequency in the next moment. Feel the truth of this statement. You are the source of the vibration that creates your world. When you believe you must chase money, you emit a frequency of separation, and the money stays distant. When you understand that money is simply the energy of service and alignment, you emit the frequency of unity, and money flows. It is that simple, that exact, and that beautiful. You are not learning to attract wealth. You are remembering how to allow it. The field is already complete. The abundance is already coded into your vibration. All you are doing now is tuning the instrument, your mind, your emotion, your energy, until the music of prosperity begins to play itself through you. Before we continue, take a single, conscious breath. Feel it move through your body. Feel the subtle hum of energy that's always been there. That feeling, that quiet pulse, is life itself speaking through you. If this message is already awakening something inside you, if you can sense your own vibration beginning to shift, then take a moment to like this video. Not as an act of habit, but as a declaration that you're ready to embody this truth. Because what you are about to integrate can change everything. To manifest wealth through the quantum field, you must begin where the energy begins, inside. The outer world is a shadow, a consequence, a reflection. The inner world is the generator. Every image you project, every assumption you hold, every emotion you nurture becomes a broadcast that instructs the universe how to arrange itself around you. Earl Nightingale used to say, "The mind moves in the direction of its most dominant thought." What he didn't have the vocabulary to describe, but knew intuitively, was that those thoughts carry measurable frequencies. Bob Proctor would later explain that every frequency attracts a matching frequency. The same way a radio receiver picks up a station only when it's tuned precisely to that channel. You can't hear classical music on a rock station. You can't receive abundance while vibrating in worry. So when you wake up, what's the first station you tune to? Most people unconsciously tune to scarcity. They open their eyes, think of what's missing, what must be done, what could go wrong. That emotional tone becomes their frequency for the day, and life mirrors it perfectly. Bills appear, opportunities vanish, conversations feel tense. The field is not punishing them, it's simply translating vibration into circumstance. But imagine instead that you awaken and choose a new signal. Before you move, you say quietly, "I am already abundant. I am already connected to infinite supply." You feel gratitude for what already is. You breathe it in. You visualize yourself moving through a day of ease, grace, and flow. That single decision, that simple vibrational choice, alters the entire trajectory of your timeline. Quantum manifestation doesn't respond to effort. It responds to coherence. Let's pause to understand this word. Coherence. It means alignment, harmony, agreement between the mind, the emotion, and the body. When your thoughts say, "I am wealthy," your feelings must agree. If your mind affirms abundance but your body feels anxious, the signal is incoherent and the field reads it as static. No clear instruction, no consistent vibration, no manifestation. Bob Proctor often said that the greatest work you can do is emotional calibration, training your feelings to match your desire rather than your current condition. That is the bridge from the known to the unknown. Earl Nightingale called it the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It is not instant, but it is exact. The more consistently you hold that alignment, the faster the quantum field reorganizes around you. And here lies the mystery. You do not manifest by demanding, you manifest by relaxing. The field responds to relaxed certainty, not desperate effort. Desperation tells the field, "I don't have." Relaxation declares, "I already am." The second message carries power because it's rooted in truth. You are abundance expressing itself in human form. You are the vibration before the form. When you remember this, everything external begins to flow with ease. Have you ever noticed that the most abundant people are rarely frantic? They move slowly, deliberately, as if time and opportunity bend toward them. That calm confidence is not arrogance, it's alignment. They have tuned into the frequency of sufficiency. They know they are connected to an infinite source, and the field responds accordingly. Money, people, and possibilities organize around their frequency the way iron filings align with the magnetic field. So how do you train your own energy into that state? Start with awareness. Notice your vibration the same way you'd notice your posture. If you feel tight, hurried, or anxious, that's a signal that you've drifted out of coherence. Pause. Breathe. Realign. Say to yourself, "The field is responding to me. I choose calm abundance now." That statement, repeated with feeling, is not a wish. It's a command to your vibration. Then take inspired action. Earl Nightingale's wisdom reminds us that thought without direction leads nowhere. Ideas are worthless unless we act upon them, he said. But when action flows from aligned energy, it becomes effortless. You make the right call at the right time. You meet the right person in the right place. The synchronicities multiply because you're now flowing with the current rather than against it. In quantum terms, your vibration collapses potential into form. Every possibility already exists: success, wealth, health, freedom. But only the one you match becomes visible in your experience. You are not waiting for abundance to arrive. You're waiting to perceive the version of yourself that's already abundant. This is why chasing wealth never works. The moment you chase, you separate yourself from it. You declare subconsciously, "It's out there and I must get it." But when you manifest through the field, you understand it's in here and I must align with it. That inner shift, from pursuit to embodiment, is what the mystics called the turning of the heart. Bob Proctor told his audiences, "Don't let the outer world control your inner world. Let your inner world control your outer world." The outer world is only the echo. If you dislike what you see, change the signal you're sending. The transformation doesn't begin with a new job, a new investment, or a new plan. It begins with a new vibration. You might ask, can it really be that simple? Yes, but not necessarily easy. Simplicity doesn't mean superficial. It means the principle is direct. Whatever you hold in vibration becomes reality. The challenge is that most people cannot hold one vibration long enough. They oscillate between faith and fear, clarity and doubt, abundance and worry. The field simply averages those signals, giving a mixed outcome. Consistency is the secret frequency of mastery. Earl Nightingale said, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal." Notice the word progressive. Manifestation unfolds through steady resonance. Every day you hold gratitude, you amplify coherence. Every moment you choose faith, you strengthen the signal. Every time you act from abundance rather than lack, you reinforce the frequency pattern. That is the discipline behind effortless wealth. And there's something miraculous that happens when you truly hold this vibration. You stop worrying about how it will come. The mind relaxes, and the heart takes over. You begin to sense the intelligence of the field guiding you subtly. A nudge to call someone, an intuitive idea at midnight, a coincidence that feels too perfect to ignore. This is not fantasy, it's the physics of consciousness. When you align with the quantum field, information flows through you as intuition. You become a channel for abundance rather than a seeker of it. The ancients called this synchronicity. Earl Nightingale called it serendipity. Bob Proctor called it law in action. Whatever name you use, it's the same force, energy organizing itself around coherent intent. Your only task is to remain in coherence long enough for the universe to materialize what it's already prepared. And it will. It may start subtly. A debt unexpectedly resolved, a new client appearing, an idea that suddenly generates income. Don't dismiss these as coincidence. They are confirmations that the field is responding. Celebrate them. Gratitude is the accelerator of manifestation. Each thank you says to the universe, "More of this, please," and the universe, obedient to vibration, delivers. This is how money begins to flow naturally. Not because you chase it, but because you stopped blocking it. You stopped transmitting fear, guilt, and unworthiness. You remembered that abundance is your default state. That remembrance changes everything. So from this point forward, let this become your affirmation. I no longer chase, I attract. I no longer fear, I allow. I no longer seek, I become. Hold those words in your mind. Feel them in your heart. Speak them until they are not just phrases, but frequencies. Because once the field recognizes that vibration, it cannot help but mirror it back to you in opportunities, wealth, joy, and freedom beyond anything you've known. There is a threshold in the process of manifestation where thought no longer feels like effort, but becomes a quiet knowing. It is the moment when you no longer question whether your desire will arrive because you already sense that it exists. That is the quantum state, certainty before evidence. In that state, you have stopped sending conflicting signals to the field. You are no longer half believing, half doubting. You have become the vibration of your desire. Earl Nightingale described this as living as though the goal were already achieved. It is a mental rehearsal of reality until it becomes reality. Bob Proctor expanded on that idea, explaining that imagination is not fantasy, but creation. When you imagine vividly and emotionally, you impress the subconscious mind, which in turn impresses the quantum field. The subconscious is the transmitter. The field is the amplifier. Together, they rewrite the fabric of your circumstances. You may wonder why this takes time. The delay is compassion. It allows you to refine your vibration, to remove the static of fear and impatience. If manifestation were instantaneous, every fleeting doubt would materialize. The universe, in its intelligence, waits until your signal is consistent. That waiting period is not punishment. It is calibration. It is the proof that the field loves precision. During this phase, most people give up. They interpret the silence as failure. But those who understand vibration see the silence as the cocoon before transformation. In the unseen realm, the frequency pattern is assembling. People are being moved, circumstances adjusted, paths cleared. Your only task is to hold the frequency with gratitude. Gratitude keeps the channel open. Complaint collapses it. Think of your vibration as music. The clearer the tone, the farther it travels. Gratitude is the purest tone of all. It tells the field, "I already have," and the field echoes, "So it is." That is why every master, from the mystics to the modern thinkers, taught gratitude as the foundation of abundance. It is not moral, it is magnetic. Bob Proctor often said that your results are a reflection of your paradigms, the subconscious programs that dictate your vibration. If wealth has always felt hard, if money has always seemed scarce, those beliefs emit a low frequency of resistance. The work, then, is not to force more action, but to rewrite the paradigm. Replace the old story with a new one. Money flows to me easily. Opportunities are drawn to me. I am worthy of abundance. Repeat until it becomes emotion. Emotion is the password that opens the subconscious gate. Once that gate opens, change accelerates. You begin to see signs everywhere, not random, but resonant. The field speaks through symbols, coincidences, and people. Someone mentions a book that answers a question you just asked in silence. A chance meeting leads to an unexpected opportunity. These are not accidents. They are feedback loops confirming that your vibration has shifted. Earl Nightingale's timeless observation was that the mind resembles fertile soil. Whatever you plant will grow. If you sow seeds of worry, you reap more reasons to worry. If you plant seeds of faith, the harvest is certainty. The field doesn't discriminate, it only multiplies. So the wise gardener chooses carefully, tending thought as if tending light. You can practice this every day. When an unwanted thought appears, do not resist it. Resistance energizes it. Simply observe and replace it. Say, that thought does not serve my vibration. I choose a higher one. Over time, the new frequency becomes natural, effortless. You will no longer need to affirm because your being will have become the affirmation. And then, something extraordinary happens. Money begins to find you. Ideas arrive uninvited. People appear offering collaboration. You move through the world as if magnetized, not by luck, but by law. The same energy that once felt heavy and resistant now flows with grace. You are no longer pushing against the current, you are the current. That is the hidden simplicity of the quantum field. You do not chase reality, you broadcast it. You do not demand, you declare. You do not struggle, you synchronize. Every moment you live in joy and gratitude, you tune into the frequency of the already fulfilled. That frequency rearranges matter. It organizes chaos into order. It turns potential into prosperity. And yet, wealth is only the beginning. As your vibration rises, you realize that abundance is not limited to money. It extends to peace, relationships, health, creativity. The same field that carries financial flow carries emotional harmony. When you master vibration, you master life. You stop asking the universe for things and begin partnering with it in creation. Remember, the field is not separate from you. You are a focal point of the infinite, a wave of consciousness experiencing itself as human. Every breath you take proves the connection. The quantum code of wealth is simply a doorway, a way to rediscover the truth of who you are. You are the source of energy that creates worlds. As you walk through your day, practice stillness. Listen beneath the noise. The field is always whispering guidance. Follow the subtle impulse, the quiet nudge, the intuitive yes. Logic follows later. Vibration leads first. Trust that guidance even when it defies reason, for reason operates in time while vibration operates beyond it. When you act from that guidance, you move with cosmic timing. You meet people at the exact moment you are meant to. You say words that shift another person's life. You find yourself in the right place without planning it. This is the dance of resonance. This is how wealth moves through the world. Not through strategy, but through synchronicity. And you will notice something else. The less you care about money, the more easily it comes. Detachment is not indifference. It is confidence in the law. When you stop needing, you start receiving. The moment you relax, the current of abundance speeds up, because tension was the only block. You were never waiting on money. Money was waiting on you to release resistance. If you can hold this vibration of ease for even one day, you will feel the difference. If you can hold it for 7 days, you will see the difference. If you can hold it for 21, you will live the difference. The field obeys consistency. Keep aligning, keep feeling, keep allowing. What you seek is already seeking you. Pause now and reflect. How often do you live as if your desires are already yours? How often do you thank the universe before the evidence appears? How often do you trust the unseen? These are not rhetorical questions. They are vibrational keys. Your answers shape the field. And when the results begin to appear, when the bank account grows, when opportunities multiply, when peace replaces anxiety, take a moment to acknowledge the real cause. It was never luck or coincidence. It was coherence. It was you, remembering your power as a conscious creator. So as we reach the close of this chapter, I invite you to look inward and share what has shifted within you. What realization, what moment, what vibration changed your perception? Leave your reflection in the comments below. not for validation, but as an act of affirmation. Each word you share reinforces the frequency of collective abundance, amplifying it for everyone who reads it. The deeper you go into this awareness, the more you realize. Manifestation is not about attracting. It is about allowing. The energy of the universe is constantly trying to express itself through you, but your beliefs act like gates. When you open them, life flows in ways that seem miraculous. But they are not miracles. They are mathematics, spiritual mathematics, precise and perfect. Earl Nightingale used to say that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What he meant is that success is not a destination, but a vibration. Each moment you hold a thought of abundance, gratitude, or peace, you are already living in success. You have stepped into harmony with the rhythm of creation. That harmony magnetizes results in the physical world, results that match your inner frequency. The quantum code of wealth is this: you receive in proportion to your state of being, not in proportion to your effort. The universe is not transactional, it is vibrational. You can work for years with little progress if your inner frequency is still lack. Or you can shift your vibration in an instant and watch as doors open effortlessly. Bob Proctor often told his students, "Money is not earned, it is attracted." And attraction is alignment. This understanding turns the old paradigm upside down. The world teaches you to act first, then feel. The quantum world teaches you to feel first, then act. Because action without vibration is empty motion, but vibration, when aligned, calls forth inspired action. The kind that multiplies results with half the effort. When you feel wealthy, you think wealthy thoughts. When you think wealthy thoughts, you take wealthy actions. And those actions naturally create wealthy results. This is why gratitude is the beginning of all transformation. Gratitude is wealth in its purest vibration. When you are grateful, you are telling the field, "I already have." That statement collapses all resistance. It dissolves doubt. The moment you feel complete, you become a magnet for more completeness. That is the paradox of abundance. The ones who feel most abundant receive the most. Try it for yourself. Every morning, before checking your phone, close your eyes and list 10 things you're grateful for. Feel the warmth of each one. Don't rush. Let that emotion sink into your chest. Within a few minutes, you'll notice a shift. Your body relaxes, your mind clears, and you begin to radiate calm certainty. That feeling is alignment. From that state, your day unfolds differently. Traffic moves smoother, people treat you kinder, and ideas arrive clearer. You have tuned your frequency. Nightingale and Proctor both taught that the mind is a broadcasting station. But most people broadcast on multiple channels at once, one of desire, one of doubt, one of fear. The result is static. The field responds to clarity. When your desire, emotion, and belief are in sync, the transmission becomes laser sharp. The universe cannot ignore a coherent signal. It must answer, because that is the law of resonance. Think of the universe as a mirror. It never judges, it simply reflects. If you frown, it frowns back. If you smile, it smiles. When you radiate abundance, the mirror of reality reflects abundance. When you radiate fear, it reflects fear. This is why changing the outer world without changing the inner never works. You may temporarily move the pieces, but the reflection will reassemble itself to match your vibration again. Permanent change begins within. At the deepest level, money itself is not the goal. It is feedback. It tells you how aligned you are with flow. When money stops, it is not punishment. It is information. It says, you are constricting the current. When it flows, it is evidence that your channel is open. Instead of chasing money, learn from it. Ask, what vibration am I sending? What energy am I embodying? When you adjust the signal, the flow corrects itself naturally. Bob Proctor loved to remind people, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. That is the essence of this law. If you want wealth, become wealth. Feel rich before the evidence appears. Act as if you are already provided for. Move with confidence, generosity, and calm. These qualities are the vibration of prosperity. The universe matches it, not because you begged, but because you became magnetic. Now, what does becoming wealth really mean? It means removing the illusion of separation between you and abundance. It means realizing that the same energy that makes a tree grow, that guides the tides, that spins galaxies, that energy is flowing through you. Money is just one expression of it. When you align with that current, you don't need to force success. You allow it. Earl Nightingale compared the human mind to a ship with a captain. If you give the captain clear orders, prosperity, joy, expansion, the ship sails that course automatically. But if you give confused or fearful orders, scarcity, worry, self-doubt, the ship obeys those too. The subconscious does not interpret. It executes. That is why clarity of intention is sacred. Each thought is a command to the sea of energy that surrounds you. So the true art is not in doing more, but in being more precise with your vibration. Before taking any step, pause and ask, is this action coming from faith or fear? If it's from fear, stop. Align first. When you act from alignment, everything multiplies. You say the right words, meet the right people, and attract the right timing. You no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. At this point, you begin to witness synchronicities that border on the magical. You think of someone, and they call. You visualize an amount of money, and an unexpected check arrives. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They tell you that the field has received your command and is rearranging matter accordingly. Celebrate them. Each one strengthens your belief, and belief accelerates manifestation. But beware, belief is not blind hope. It is calm certainty rooted in understanding. The person who understands the law no longer doubts. They know that vibration precedes form as surely as dawn precedes sunrise. When you reach that knowing, impatience dissolves. You no longer ask when, because you understand it is already done in the unseen. You simply maintain your frequency until the visible catches up. This is the stage where life becomes effortless. You still act, but your actions feel inspired, guided. You no longer push, you glide. You begin to understand what mystics called divine flow. It is not mystical, it is mechanical in a higher sense, the mechanics of consciousness interacting with itself. You are both the observer and the observed, both the dreamer and the dream. And so, the next time you find yourself worrying about money, stop and remember this truth. You are not separate from wealth. You are the consciousness that gives wealth meaning. Without you, money is just paper. It is your vibration that animates it. When you raise your vibration, you raise the way money responds to you. Pause, breathe, and feel that truth now. The field is not far away. It is here, in the space between your thoughts. Listen, it speaks in silence. You are being guided every second. The question is not whether the law works, but whether you are listening. And if this realization stirred something within you, a moment of clarity, peace, or power, take a second now to like this video and share it. That small act of resonance sends this vibration further into the collective field, helping others awaken to the same truth that you just remembered. There is a sacred stillness at the center of all creation, the 0 point where everything begins. It is in that stillness that the quantum field listens. Every thought you project, every feeling you sustain, sends ripples into that infinite field of potential. Most people never reach this level of awareness because their minds are too noisy, too rushed, too desperate to make things happen. But true manifestation happens in the quiet, when you are aligned, relaxed, and certain. Bob Proctor often said, "If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand." But the key most people miss is that holding it in your mind does not mean forcing a thought. It means vibrating as if it were already true. It means feeling the end result so vividly that the subconscious cannot distinguish imagination from reality. The subconscious then rearranges your actions, perceptions, and magnetism to make it true in the physical world. That's not mysticism, it's quantum causation. Earl Nightingale approached it from a more philosophical lens. He said that every person becomes what they think about most of the time. When you combine that with Proctor's insight, a deeper equation appears. You become what you emotionally think about most of the time. Thought plus emotion equals vibration, and vibration equals creation. This is the hidden mechanism of every miracle. The universe responds not to your words, but to your frequency. You can repeat affirmations all day, but if underneath them you feel lack, frustration, or doubt, the signal remains fragmented. The field can only mirror coherence. That's why the most powerful manifestors are not the loudest. They are the most internally balanced. Their energy feels peaceful, yet magnetic. They no longer chase, they attract by being. When you align with the vibration of abundance, you no longer think in terms of getting. You think in terms of expressing. Money becomes an extension of your creative energy. You no longer wait for permission. You no longer shrink yourself to fit others' expectations, because you understand that your expansion is your purpose. You were designed to grow, to multiply, to reflect the infinite nature of the source itself. That is what the ancients meant when they said, "You are made in the image of God." Not in physical likeness, but in vibrational likeness. A creator capable of directing energy through conscious thought. When you truly grasp this, the idea of scarcity becomes laughable. How could an infinite being ever run out of anything? Scarcity is a program, not a law. It was learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. Let us unlearn it now. Sit quietly for a moment and breathe. Imagine that every inhale pulls golden light into your body. With each exhale, release every belief of limitation, every fear about money, every inherited idea of struggle. Feel that golden light expand through your chest, your hands, your mind. That light is your frequency. That is what the universe responds to. This is not fantasy. It is physics expressed through consciousness. Now, think of wealth not as a destination, but as a symptom of alignment. The moment you tune your vibration higher, wealth begins to appear in forms that surprise you. Opportunities, relationships, inspired ideas, and sudden clarity. You may even lose something, a job, a deal, a connection, only to realize later that it was the universe clearing the path for greater flow. Nothing leaves your life unless something better is trying to enter. The loss is never punishment. It is precision. Earl Nightingale once said that success is a matter of following the laws of nature. He was right. The quantum field is nature, a higher octave of it. Just as gravity responds consistently, so does vibration. The difference is that while gravity acts on bodies, vibration acts on consciousness. And your consciousness, when harmonized with truth, becomes unstoppable. Every day you emit signals through your thoughts, emotions, and focus. Most people do this unconsciously, creating mixed frequencies, wanting wealth but expecting struggle, visualizing success but worrying about bills. This internal contradiction creates interference patterns in the field. The signal becomes blurred. But the moment you choose a single dominant frequency, gratitude, joy, faith, the noise dissolves. The field hears you clearly, and reality begins to reorganize itself. So, if you wish to see rapid results, stop dividing your energy. Decide what you truly desire, and stand firm in that vibration. Refuse to entertain the opposite. This is not denial, it is discipline. The law does not respond to indecision, it responds to conviction. The stronger your certainty, the faster the physical catches up. It's like tuning a radio. When you find the correct frequency, the static disappears, and the music plays effortlessly. Your life works the same way. Bob Proctor often reminded his students, "You are living at the level of your awareness." Awareness is the key that unlocks every gate. When you become aware that money is energy, you stop fearing it. When you become aware that abundance is your natural state, you stop chasing it. When you become aware that your mind is the control center of your universe, you begin to live consciously, not reactively, but intentionally. That is when manifestation becomes mastery. You are not here to struggle, to survive, or to prove your worth. You are here to remember who you are, an extension of infinite intelligence. Every limitation is an illusion sustained by repetition. Change the repetition, and the illusion collapses. That's why it is so vital to guard your inner dialogue. The words you repeat to yourself sculpt your vibration. Each statement is a spell cast into the field. Speak abundance, and abundance echoes back. In this understanding, even challenges have purpose. They are mirrors showing you where your vibration still holds resistance. Instead of fighting them, bless them. Ask, "What is this teaching me about my energy?" The moment you learn, the pattern dissolves. Resistance only persists when misunderstood. Awareness transforms it instantly. And so, as you walk through this world, carry yourself with quiet power. Speak less, feel more. Act from inspiration, not obligation. See yourself not as a beggar of the universe, but as a co-creator of it. Let go of efforting and trust the law that governs all energy. Remember, the flower does not force itself to bloom. It simply aligns with sunlight, and blooming happens as a natural consequence. You too are designed to bloom, effortlessly, abundantly, beautifully. When you understand this, you stop measuring success by how fast results appear. You measure it by how often you remain aligned. Because alignment is success. Everything else is a shadow of it. Stay there, and life will arrange itself around you. People will call it luck, fate, or divine favor. But you will know it was simply vibration. And so, we arrive at the essence of all manifestation. The awareness that you are not trying to attract wealth. You are remembering that you are wealth. You are not begging the universe to give you something. You are opening yourself to receive what has always been yours by divine right. The field never withholds anything. It simply reflects your state of being. When you embody fullness, life mirrors fullness. When you embody lack, life mirrors lack. The mirror does not lie, but it also does not judge. It simply obeys. Earl Nightingale once said that the greatest secret is that we become what we think about. Bob Proctor expanded that truth by teaching that what we think about, emotionalize, and believe becomes our reality. Together, these insights form the golden key, the quantum code that unlocks abundance. Your outer world is the printout. Your mind is the code. Change the code. And the printout must change. The greatest illusion of human experience is the idea of distance. Distance between you and your dreams, between thought and manifestation, between desire and fulfillment. But in truth, there is no distance in the field. Everything exists now, here, within the frequency you are vibrating. Time is simply the process by which your awareness catches up to what your vibration has already created. That is why the masters all taught patience. Not because the universe delays, but because your awareness takes time to align. When you truly internalize this, the anxiety of how and when dissolves. You stop measuring your progress by external evidence and begin to trust the invisible. The seed does not question when it will bloom. It simply absorbs light and grows. Likewise, your only work is to maintain the right conditions: faith, gratitude, and emotional alignment. The universe takes care of the mechanics. The field rearranges reality in ways your logical mind could never predict. That is the dance between the conscious and the subconscious, the seen and the unseen, the physical and the energetic. The conscious mind chooses the destination. The subconscious steers the ship. But if the conscious sends conflicting signals, fear one moment, faith the next, the subconscious wavers. Its course becomes erratic. That is why persistence is not about doing more, it is about feeling the same. Holding one coherent emotional vibration long enough for reality to crystallize around it. Consistency is vibration's language. Every time you doubt, you reset the signal. Every time you believe again, you restart the process. But the moment you sustain belief, unwavering, calm, confident, creation accelerates. What once took months can unfold in days. What once seemed impossible becomes obvious. Because in the quantum field, alignment is exponential. The more coherent your frequency, the faster energy condenses into form. Bob Proctor described this as the law of transmutation. Energy is never lost. It only changes form according to the dominant vibration. So when you hold an image of wealth, you are transmuting invisible potential into visible prosperity. But you must feel it first. You must become emotionally identical to the life you desire. That emotional identity is the magnetic blueprint of manifestation. Earl Nightingale approached it as disciplined thought. He taught that every person is where they are because of the thoughts they have planted in their subconscious. Just as a farmer reaps what he sows, the soil doesn't care what seed you plant. It will return whatever you give it, multiplied. The subconscious works the same way. Plant fear, and you'll harvest circumstances that confirm it. Plant abundance, and you'll harvest evidence of wealth. The law is impersonal, perfect, and unbreakable. That is why awareness is power. The moment you become aware that your thoughts are creative forces, not fleeting ideas, you begin to think intentionally. You stop rehearsing worries because you understand they are seeds. You stop repeating stories of struggle because you know they summon more struggle. Instead, you start speaking from the frequency of already having. You say, I am wealthy, I am guided, I am at peace. Not as affirmations of hope, but as declarations of truth. And as you live from that truth, the universe responds. It matches your conviction with evidence. People, opportunities, and ideas begin to flow toward you with uncanny precision. This is not luck, it is law. The same precision that guides planets in their orbits guides your manifestations. The same intelligence that orchestrates galaxies orchestrates your financial abundance when you allow it. But this process is not about perfection. It's about practice. There will be days when fear returns, when you slip back into old vibrations. That is natural. The key is awareness. Catch yourself and shift. Choose again. The more often you return to alignment, the shorter the gap between desire and manifestation becomes. Eventually, alignment becomes your default state. That is what enlightenment really means, not mystical escape, but sustained vibrational coherence with truth. At this stage, something remarkable happens. Money stops being the focus, and yet it flows more easily than ever. Because wealth is no longer your goal. It is your byproduct. You realize that the ultimate wealth is consciousness itself, the ability to direct energy with intention and love. From that space, everything you touch prospers. People feel safe in your presence, ideas blossom effortlessly, and opportunities gravitate toward you because your vibration radiates harmony. This is the level of mastery that both Nightingale and Proctor pointed to in their own ways. Nightingale called it the attainment of purpose. Proctor called it living in harmony with the law. Different words, same truth. The realization that abundance is not earned, chased, or begged for. It is remembered, allowed, and expressed. Once you see that, you can never go back. The game changes. Life ceases to be a struggle and becomes an elegant unfolding. So now, take a deep breath. Feel the truth resonating within you. You are not becoming abundant. You are returning to your natural state. Every breath, every heartbeat, every idea is proof of that infinite flow moving through you. When you relax into it, the field responds instantly. That is the code of the universe. Stillness, clarity, and certainty. And as you walk from this moment forward, remember, you're not running after wealth. You are radiating it. Every step you take from this awareness is a transmission of abundance into the world. You are the frequency that changes rooms, the vibration that heals scarcity, the consciousness that shapes matter. You are the quantum field, aware of itself. Let your life become a living example of this truth. Let every thought, every action, every breath carry the imprint of harmony. Because when you live from that frequency, wealth doesn't just visit you. It stays, it multiplies, it becomes part of your nature. You stop trying to manifest, and you start being the manifestation. And so, as you close this chapter, feel gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of creation. It seals your vibration and sends one last signal to the universe. A signal that says, I have received. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, replies, and so, more shall be given.